Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this AUVON 29 modes digital TENS unit for customizable pain relief with dual channel with 8 electrode pads. But it does not only have dual channel, it is also one of the very rare TENS machines which have also dual mode, and I'm going to show you that it has also some manual mode, or at least you can modify the mode. It doesn't have a fancy touchscreen, it's not rechargeable, but when it comes to the functions itself, this is probably the king of AUVON, and the AUVON is a manufacturer which has a lot of such devices. I have already tested a lot of such devices from AUVON and all have been performing really well. I haven't found any problems, any flaws or so I'm not expecting anything different from this one, but I'm going to show you everything what you get and most of the functions. So here we get a storage pad, which is also very convenient. This is especially useful when you use these pads a lot. Put them back here instead of using the normal plastic. This is much better to use. Then we get 4 of the small pads, 4 medium pads, then the 2 wires for both of the channels. We get even the battery included and the full manual. By the way, I highly recommend to read the full manual, even though it's very easy to use, but especially there are 2 things you have to be aware of. Usually we can consider TENS and EMS very safe, but there are a couple of situations and a couple of areas where you shouldn't use it. Let's say if you're pregnant, you shouldn't use it, and you shouldn't use it on your head and heart and these things. So I highly recommend to read everything. By the way, this is the model TUP324, and here we get also very nice quick start guide. This is also very helpful. I haven't seen this in many devices, so this can help a lot to save some time. But again, make sure before you use this, read the full manual, especially regarding the safety things. And it comes even with this nice belt clip. So here we have to add the batteries. All the functions are nicely protected with this lid, and we have already the full instructions which we actually need, or most of it we have already here. Of course, when you want to see the full set of programs, all the details about all the programs, you can check back the manual, but most of it we have already here. So we start with turning on, long press here, and then we get the battery information and channel and strength and information about the pulse width and pulse rate depending on what we select. So if we want to do something with channel 1, we press here and you can see that it's blinking. So we can increase or decrease the strength for channel 1, increase or decrease the strength for channel 2. If we want to change the mode for a specific channel, let's say channel 2, we press here, then we change the mode. If we want to change the mode for channel 1, we press here and then change the mode for channel 1, very easy. It has also nice background illumination, and channel 1 to 16 are TENS modes. You can see that here up to 16 we are in TENS mode, and from 17 to 24 we have different EMS programs. And from 25 we have these manual modes where we can override the pulse width here with this button here, or we can also override the pulse rate with this button here, as you can see. So very nice. And the timer is of course working for both of the channel. You don't have the option to have different timers, but it's actually not needed. Before we can start with the treatment, we have to connect the wires with the pads. What I highly recommend is to connect them before we put them where we want to treat them. So don't put it on your arm and then try to connect it, because it can be very difficult when you have just one hand basically free. And before you add the pads, make sure that your skin is dry and clean and there's no oil or grease or sweating or these things. But you don't have to shave your arm or legs or these things. So we have one on top and we put one underneath, and only when we have it here then we plug it in. So let's turn it on with a long press. The good thing, the power is always on 0 when we turn it on, and so we can now choose the program. So let's go to a mode where we can manually adjust, and because we are using the channel 1, here would be channel 2, channel 1, we can now increase the power a little bit. Don't do too much at the beginning. And now I can even change the pulse width and the pulse rate, as you can see now, it's super slow, but I can increase it. So now with 5 you can see it's doing much faster, and with 1 is very slow. So you have a wide variety of different possible options. So for me that worked very well. I've already tried it on my back. It gave me quite some relief for my lower back pain. And again, what I really like here with this device is that we have these special modes where we can adjust the pulse, and that we have these two total different independent working channels, not only regarding strength but also regarding the modes. That's amazing, and this is something which only very few models have, not only from this brand but also from other brands. And so this is one of my preferred models, and so I can highly recommend it, and I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, see you next time.